Well, I could be recording right now. Hi, this is Randy Kaufman. I have done a couple of videos before. The first one was how you should have Google Analytics on your site so that you can measure what people are doing. And the whole purpose of this is to get three things: traffic, leads, and sales. That's what most businesses want from their website. You know, let's get more traffic, convert more of the traffic into leads, and those leads into sales. So that's why this is so important. And if you can ever get to the point to where you can advertise for a profit, you could go crazy with this. I mean, even if you're just dealing locally, if you have a local audience, or even if you have a national audience, knowing what each visitor is worth to you is very, very important. Because then you can advertise and keep track of your advertising conversion rate and get as many clients and profit as you want. And I want to show you an important tool that I've been working on the website that will help you. And this is, it says Conversion Worth Calculator, but basically what we want to find out is how much you can spend, how much each client, each visit to your website is worth, and then how much you can spend on advertising. So let's get started. And there's plenty of different kinds of businesses. We have one client. I think I'll use some of their numbers because they've been pretty successful. Their gross revenue per sale is $350. Their profit percentage is about 50%. They have maybe 100 visitors daily, and they're converting at 9%, and they're selling about 75%, and they do get a pretty good amount of repeat business, let's say $700. So by using this, you can calculate their values. So you can see they're getting, with these numbers, they're getting about 63 sales per week. Their profit per week, $11,000, profit per year, $573,000, revenue per week, $22,000, revenue per year, $1.1 million. Value per visitor, $15.75. That's for the first year. For the lifetime, and this is important, especially if you're in any type of business to where you're going to have repeat business. And a lot of businesses will lose money in the first year in order to get a client, because it's a lot cheaper to keep a client than it is to acquire a new one. So, and if you look at the lifetime values, and this is saying if they did another $700 of repeat business, or their lifetime values, and this isn't added to, the lifetime isn't added to the first. I mean, you can either look at one or look at the other. So the sales per week would still be the same, 63 sales per week. Profit per week, $33,000. Profit per year, $1.7 million. Revenue per week, $66,000. Revenue per year, $3.4 million. Value per visitor, $47.25. That's pretty strong. And of course, they do well. They have a real nice conversion rate, 9%. Most websites that are selling online or getting leads online don't have a 9% conversion rate. A lot of them, I'd say your average website converts at less than 1%, probably less than 0.5%. Let's take, for example, let's say you're in real estate and your gross revenue per sale, I don't know, let's say $8,000. Profit percentage, let's stick with 50%. So you get 20 visitors a day to your website. You convert probably, let's say, 0.25%, and you only sell 20, let's say 10%. Repeat business, 0. Let's see what this does. So, and I would think this would be pretty realistic. If you're, you would have sales per week, 0.35. So it would take you 3 weeks to make a sale. Profit per week, $1,400. Profit per year, $7,200. Revenue, $2,800. Revenue per year, $145,000. Value per visitor, $10. Okay, so what is significant about that? The significance is if you have $10 value per visitor, let's say, and your website was doing 20 visitors a day, how about if you buy another 20 visitors at $5 each? You're still going to make a nice profit because every visitor is worth $10. So this calculator can really help you with your business so that you can see how things could help. One of the biggest things that you can do is increase your conversion rate. Let's say, for example, that the conversion rate went from 0.25 to 0.75. Okay, what would that do? Well, that jumps your profit per week if you can keep up with it. If you're in the real estate business, you'd be jumping. But that would increase your profit per week to $4,200 and your revenue per week to $8,400 just by increasing your conversion rate and everything else staying the same. So I wanted to share this with you. I'll put a link to it on the blog where you can check it out. And it's just a real nice tool that you could go back to and look at and play around with, you know, and I don't care what kind of business that you're in, you know, if you put in these numbers, then you're going to get some very valuable information on your value per visitor. And, you know, if your value per visitor, the higher you can get your conversion rate, the more each, the value per visitor climbs. Let's say you had a 2% conversion rate, just for example. That means you could, the value per visitor goes up to $80. You could spend $40 to get somebody to your website and still make a profit. So, but you have to know your conversion rate, and this is where you go back to the analytics that we talked about in the first video. You have to have analytics on your site so that you know what your conversion rates are. You have to start making the changes to your site with value propositions, opt-ins, coupons, free reports, whatever it is to get people to convert better and to interact with them more. And then when you can do that, you're going to be successful. So that's it. That's all I have for now. Thank you very much.